mid-90s movie review. First of all, shout out to Jonah Hill for the debut of his first movie that he's ever directed. Big shout outs to you. One of the cool things surrounding this movie and the promotion of this movie is finding out that Jonah Hill was a big hip hop head, which I'm guessing not just myself, but you know, a lot of other people wouldn't necessarily have known if it wasn't for this movie coming out. Maybe people close to him, obviously people close to him, but it was interesting to see that aspect, because like, you can't have somebody pegged, you know, like just like that. You never know what they like. So I just like the fact that we found something interesting like that about Jonah Hill. Well, to get right into the shits, this movie felt so authentic. It felt like 95% of the time the cameraman was invisible, just following these group of teenagers around in their everyday lives. Like literally the content that you get is truly genuine and some real life actual shit. 62% of the scenes were of the characters not saying anything at all. Jonah Hill actually allowed the audience to see the emotions and the body responses from these characters. A lot of movies will have characters have a quick response to something that just happened, or saying the right thing to a scene that just occurred. This movie was successful at doing the opposite of that. Like, there was nobody in the movie that was saying everything fluently all the time, and there was nobody in the movie that was saying the right thing all the time. That particular aspect made me feel like, again, like I said earlier, that there was an invisible man following a group of teenagers that skateboard through their regular everyday lives. Because that aspect was just made it so genuine. Like, how many people in life says everything perfectly and have the right words to say all the time? Close to none. I also think it's very hard to have characters in a movie that have literally like only 5 lines throughout the whole movie be felt by the audience. And this movie did a good job from jump setting up the audience to accept a character like that. Like, one of the first scenes in the movie that you see is Stevie, played by Sonny Suljic, just walking around his brother's room not saying nothing at all. There's multiple scenes cut together with him saying nothing, just messing around in his brother's room. Like, literally, that's it. I mean, shit, not everybody has something important or entertaining to say at all times in real life. And this movie does a good job showing those in-between moments. What I mean by in-between moments is you see a character say something, but before that you see them just sitting there. And like I said earlier, you see the emotions and you see the body responses from the previous scene by you just seeing them just sit there and not saying nothing at all. Another great thing I liked about this movie, you have certain characters that represent certain real life roles that take place in cliques or groups like you see in this movie. My favorite one off the top of my head is Ray, that's played by Nikel Smith, who plays the coolest guy in the group, can skate like a pro, will go to all the parties with the group, will talk shit just like everybody else will in the group, and just have a good time and joke around with everybody in the group. In spite of all that, he stays focused on getting out of the life that he currently is in, all right? He's not comfortable with just hanging out with the homies for the rest of his life. Like he says in the movie, he's trying to get out the hood. There's always somebody like that in the group that's comfortable with doing dumb but fun shit, but is low-key woke and mature and realizes that, okay, I'm doing this now, but it will be left behind as just good memories with friends. This is what divides Ray and Fuck Shit, played by Olin Purnett. Fuck Shit represents the type of person in the group who doesn't care about getting good grades, always wants to go to parties, doesn't care about the type of influence he is on Stevie. There's some fuck shit all up. He is the opposite of Ray. Him and Ray do the same things, but Fuck Shit is comfortable with it being like this forever and is not trying to better himself at all. Now, Ian, played by Lucas Hedges, is not a part of the group in this film, but has a common role that we all see on a daily basis. Now, Ian is Stevie's older brother. And now the first scene that pops up literally in the movie is Ian beating Stevie's ass. Like, sound effects and all sounded like grown ass man punches that he's giving to Stevie. However, this motherfucker literally gets bitched by Fuck Shit when Fuck Shit was the person in the wrong in the situation. Like, Fuck Shit in this scene is all in Ian's face, saying like, what you wanna do, nigga, what's up? Like, squaring off to him all in his face, talking shit, touching him in the face and everything. And Ian doesn't say anything and walks off. So he's tough enough to beat his little brother's ass, but when it comes to a person his size, he punks out and bitches out. Which represents the, you know, the role in society where people might act tough towards certain people because they know they can't do anything back. But when it comes to a motherfucker that's actually about that life, they punk out and become, you know, the bitches themselves, like, to put it quite frankly. Now, those are the main three that I wanted to talk about in the movie. But with all the other characters, you can easily find out what roles they play in real life. Now, my final point in this spoiler-free review is that there are multiple aspects that can draw you to watching this movie. Now, if this aspect doesn't draw you to watch the movie, then maybe one of these other aspects might draw you to watch this movie. And for me, there are three main aspects. One of the aspects is that it's a movie surrounding skateboarders. Now, this aspect attracted me to see the movie. Shout out to Skate 2, because this video game right here is the reason why I got into skateboarding my 9th and 10th grade year. I remember practicing how to ollie in my mom's garage, all right, and then going from ollie to pop shove it, then from pop shove it to nollie, then from nollie to kick flip, and so on and so forth, just busting my ass over and over and over again. So the scenes where you see Stevie practicing how to ollie outside his house in the driveway really resonated with me, because that was me at one point, busting my ass over and over and over again. Even when he got his first deck set up, it reminded me of my first deck setup. I remember asking the people at Clockwork to put a line or cut a line in the grip tape so I have a reference point as to where to flick when I do my 360 flips or just my regular kick flips. Now, if the skateboarding aspect didn't appeal to you, maybe the fact that this movie focused on a lot of mid-90s hip hop, maybe that would appeal to you. Like, throughout the promotion of this movie, Jonah Hill made it a point to make everybody aware that he was a big hip hop head, or that he is a big hip hop head, and how it's reflected in this movie. That aspect also drew me to the movie because I fucks with 90s hip hop. You know, A Tribe Called Quest is one of my favorite music groups, and my favorite song from them is Electric Relaxation, and in the movie, I think Sucker Nigga was playing in one of the scenes, if I'm not mistaken. If I'm not mistaken, I think I have to check that. I think it was Sucker Nigga. Yeah, I think so, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, so that drew me to the movie as well. Now, if that didn't fucking draw you to see the movie, then how about the fact that it's Jonah Hill's first fucking movie he ever directed? All right? Like, that's a pretty big fucking deal. For it being your first movie, you did a fantastic job. Fantastic job. Like, even if it was another director that had years and years of experience directing a movie, right? I would still put it on the same standards as being a great fucking movie for what it was trying to portray. So, shout out to you, Jonah Hill. You did a great job. Thank you for giving us a good movie called Mid90's in theaters now. Post your comments down below. Let me know what you guys all thought about my movie review, my spoiler-free movie review. I try not to put any spoilers, all right? If you've seen the movie, please let me know what you guys thought about the movie in the comments. I might do a spoiler review, you know, I might not, you know what I'm saying? I got a spoiler review for Venom coming up because I got a lot of shit I wanted to say. Just, you know, talking about scene by scene by scene. I'm probably gonna see that shit again because that shit, like I said in my movie review for Venom, had a lot of replay value. But if you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, and make sure you hit the bell icon for notifications of my latest videos. All the old subscribers, all the new subscribers, shout out to all of you. Shout out to the people that spam my comments with answering questions, clarifying certain shit. I see all that, all right? Please, please, please keep on doing that feedback. I really do appreciate it. Let me know what you guys thought about the review. Let me know if you guys liked the review. I had one comment where they were like, okay, I love this, and I really do appreciate that. If you guys have been with the channel for, you know, over a year and a half, you guys know that I started out on the channel doing movie reviews, and they're gonna keep on coming because I like doing movie reviews because I'm a movie guy. All right, but until next time, guys, peace.